Coming into Miami, Florida, that's the destination for the Bulls. With length and lightning quickness, Anthony Simons will look to get it going as they get ready to tip off here in South Florida. Bulls, Heat, the tip-off coming right after this. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us. A look at the Bulls starting lineup. Miles out there with Holmes. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Simons in at the 1. And for Miami, Hero out there with Smith. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Powell in at the small forward position. Stan, when you look at these teams on paper, there's a clear talent discrepancy.
Yeah, but Kevin, games aren't won on paper. And if you're the underdogs, most people have already written you off. So you go out and play free with no pressure and use all of that public doubt as motivation. And this is the idea for Giddey. Hit enough trays to keep the defense honest.
Smith kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Wiggins. His last outing with 20 points. And out of bounds, the Bulls will take it. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Giddey. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Giddey's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Pass to Powell. And he converts the layup. Powell's got his second bucket.
When he's not on the perimeter, this is where Powell is scoring, right near the hoop.
Simons from outside. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And Anthony Simons cut his teeth under Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. Stan, some pretty good manners.
You aren't kidding, Kevin. I think going up against those guys in practice every day, watching them every night, and being another guard who has to score the ball, he couldn't have learned from anybody better. And Anthony Simons now a tough guy to stop. Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And the Miami front office, Stan, hinting at personnel and philosophical changes after last season.
Well, when you win 37 games, there's obviously cause for change. And the Heat are never complacent, Kevin, and they've got no interest in full-scale rebuilds. Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
The Heat have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Now, here's Adebayo. Last time out, he had 14 points. Giddey against Hero. Simons, the pass to Giddey. Simons kicks to Giddey. From downtown, it's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat with the lead. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-star.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Khalil Ware comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Jaime Jaquez in for Pop. Now here's Giddey. He's got 8. Pass to Knox. Launches it. The Bulls keep it alive. Tice finds Giddey. Trains it from beyond the arc. Giddey's got 11 points.
Well, he's got the hot hand, and he's scoring with confidence right now.
Smith on the wing, covered by Morris. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And how about that competitive spirit? of Wiggins, draining their revenge triple in style.
Here's Giddey. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Well, Heat leading by 4. Offensive rebound. Chicago's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Well, I've been impressed with Giddey. He's shouldering the scoring load for this team, doing what he needs.
Smith scanning the floor. Pass to Hero. Lets the three fly. The Heat with a fresh 14. Where, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Back to Knox. There's the three. And Giddey gets it to go. He's got 16.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Smith gets it to go on the assist from Hero.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Giddey, the wing jumper off target. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Buzelis. And Tice throws it down. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Shots good by Hero.
And Hero excels at that pull-up. It's a shot he has worked tirelessly on.
Here's Giddey. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Giddey's got 19 points.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Trailing by 2. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
We've got Fontecchio. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Powell is out there with Hero. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Knox. No good on the three.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Simons, the pass to Joseph. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Knox.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Larson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to know. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we've got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of those.
Adebayo.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Knox. No good on the triple. Deflects the pass. Here's Powell. Kept alive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We've seen Norman Powell be a starter. Average 20 for a season. He's also been a 6th Man of the Year candidate. No matter his role, Norman Powell's a guard who produces at a high level.
Chicago calls timeout. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Look at the Heat. Right now, they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season. And, of course, Chicago. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
Seeing where Chicago is, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
And we had a feeling this is how their season was going to go. But that doesn't mean it has to continue. The pressure is on for this franchise to turn things around.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Chicago calls time for the Bulls.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
So for the Bulls, Daniel Tice is checked in for Richaun Holmes. Josh Giddey comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Micic in for Anfernee Simons. Giddey, no good. Now the Heat with it. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And there's Hero. That's good on the assist by Powell. Hero's got 4 points in the quarter. Bulls trail by 10. So, Greg, offensively for the Miami Heat, there is room for improvement.
Yeah, they realized they were in need of another elite shot creator aside from Tyler Hero. For all his growth, teams have been able to key in on him and dare anyone else to beat him.
And there it is for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Joseph, the pass to Giddey. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Micic can't hit.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
There's 1:40 left now here in the second. Here's Hero. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Very versatile player. Hero spaces the floor. He can drive. He can pass. And he's a sneaky good rebounder as well.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Buzelis is checked in for Corey Joseph. And Monte Morris subbed in for Micic.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Morris against Smith. Pass to Giddey to halt the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Giddey's got 22 points.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
And a wide open look for Hero. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
In the corner, it's Buzelis. On the wing, Morris. Pass to Wiles. 6 to shoot. Here's Buzelis. From outside, off the mark. Here's Hero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists in the game. Here's Giddey. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie John. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They led by 2 after the first. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing. Thanks for joining.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Buzelis out there with Lyles. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Holmes in at the 5 down low. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
The offensive rebound. The kick out to Simons. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got his second bucket of the night.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And it's Smith missing.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim, turning an easy bucket into a miss.
Simons, the pass to Giddey. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Smith with it. Holmes covering. Smith the pass to Adebayo. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Chicago calls timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
The Heat making a switch here. Larson's checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Kevin Knox comes in for Lyles. And it's Joseph in for Josh Giddey.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
For 3, Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
A moment now to see the stats.
Now in the game for Miami.
How last month turned out for him, averaging about 15 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Pass to Larson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Heat lead by 14.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Knox. And the 3 off target. Heat have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Here's Knox. The kick out to Simons. Takes the 3. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Knox.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
A different look for Miami. Khalil Ware's checked in for Adebayo. And it's Jaime Jaquez in for Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel. Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
Pass to Ware. Shoots from 8. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 6 assists in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Simons. He's got 9. Here's Knox. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Smith with it, and Simons picks him up defensively.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Knox. Drains the 3-pointer. Knox has got 12 points now in the quarter.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Wiggins is checked in for the Heat. Chicago also making some changes. Daniel Tice is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Trey Lyles comes in for Kevin Knox. And Monte Morris subbed in for Corey Joseph.
And how about the confidence of Wiggins? His teammates want him to take those shots.
Here's Lyles, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's his first foul. Hero is checked in for Smith. The Heat leading by 14.
Tyler
Hero from long range. And the Heat, another three.
Well, when Hero gets his offense going, he holds nothing back. He just keeps pouring it on.
Tice in the high post. Simons from outside. Another three for Chicago.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. With some arc. Yep, that one goes. Wiggins has got 8.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Ware passes to Larson. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And the three ball is good. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's the Miami Heat taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Powell. Khalil Ware is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Larson in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Well, it doesn't take much for Powell to catch fire. And when this happens, there's little you can do to stop it.
It's good from long range. Giddey's got 25 points in the game.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
And he makes good on the layup.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Miami leading by 22. Here's Powell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, that's what Powell's out there to do. Pressure the defense and force mistakes.
Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
He has such a good jump shooter. Powell gets great lift and has perfect form.
Holmes finds Morris. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And again, Chicago, no good. Miami's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3 ball well.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
The 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Pass to Tice. Will it go? He can't get that one to fall. The Heat have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Good on the triple.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
Here's Adebayo. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Bulls have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. From deep, buries it from three-point range.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
For Miami, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Pass to Hawkins. And GA, just when you think you've seen it all, last season a father and son playing as teammates, NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it will be the last time we see it happen.
Buzelis. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Miami's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Powell, no one around him. Off target with his 3. Bulls have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Micic, the pass to Knox. Hits the three-point bomb.
Knox, the second.
Knox has got 20 points.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Miami.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Norman Powell.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
And that one is good.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Three-pointer.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. It's an 18-point game. Puts up a 3. Adebayo kicks to Powell. A 3-ball. Joseph with the rebound. Pass to Knox. Fires from deep. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.